Charles Harper.
And I'm Damali Wilson.
We getting fired up for our news you can use.
Yes, on KBOB 89.9.
We look forward for you tuning in. We're going to have a good time. We got a whole lot of hot topics.
And we're going to be here every Wednesday,
1 p.m.
for World One Developments, news you can use.
On KBOB 89.9 FM.
Welcome to the show that talks about Tulsa, people making a difference in the Tulsa community. Special guest interviews, spotlighting local businesses, to covering important issues within the community no one else is talking about. The hot topics and more. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to World One Developments, news you can use with your hosts, Mr. Charles Harper and Mr. Molly Wilson.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to World One Developments, news you can use. We want to thank everyone for either listening on the radio or watching us on Facebook Live or on www.KBOB899.com, which is this radio station's live stream. We really appreciate that. I am your hostess with the mostest, Mr. Molly Wilson.
And I'm Charles Harper. It's Wednesday, a.k.a. Hump Day, August 18th, 2021. And we are live every Wednesday at 1 p.m. right here on KBOB 89.9 FM. We are set for an exciting show, you guys. You better call your mom and them and tell them that you can call in at 918-856-3873 or post your comments on our Facebook Live feed at World One Development.
So, on today's show, a huge announcement was made yesterday by the city of Tulsa. Find out how World One Development and Standpipe Hill are involved in that. We have a couple of special guests in the studio also to talk about it.
The Spreading Hope Back to School Bash is happening on this Saturday.
Yay!
Find out the details about the event.
Yes, the numbers are in and they don't lie.
They sure
Find
don't.
out who our Oklahoma News You Can Use ambassador is. And of course, our Hump Day hot topics, which are justice for Julius Jones, hospital beds maxed out. City Council sets to vote on the mask mandate on August 25th. U.S. citizens in Afghanistan are in danger as they try to get out. Haiti earthquake and tropical storms, birthdays, and much more.
This is news you can use right here on KBOB 89.9 FM, and we'll be right back.
Last Stop Lawn Maintenance and Landscaping is hiring today. Must have a valid driver's license and must have a 2 years verifiable experience mowing and lawn maintenance with the company. Strict attendance policy is required. Honest, dependable, and team-oriented. No sex offenses or crime against children. Must apply online at www.laststoplawnmaintenance.com. Apply today.
Hello, everybody. This is Bishop Cooper. Hey, I want you to join me every Sunday on KBOB 89.9 FM for Word Up Sunday, beginning at 9 a.m. on Sunday mornings. Also, I want you to join me on Facebook Live every Wednesday for Word Up Wednesday at 7 o'clock p.m. Listen, you don't want to miss it. I guarantee you, you're going to be blessed. See you then.
Sickle cell disease is the number one genetic blood disorder in the world that can cause many health complications throughout an individual's life. Over 1,700 people in Oklahoma live with the daily challenges of sickle cell disease. Thousands more carry the sickle cell trait.
Supporters of Family with Sickle Cell Disease is an exclusive, comprehensive organization that serves Oklahoma's sickle cell community. Our mission is to effect systematic change in the areas of patient care, education, advocacy, and awareness, and to improve the quality of life for sickle cell patients and their families.
Supporters of Families offers programs such as mentoring, advocacy and family support, sickle cell camp, and much more.
We have 2 offices, one in Tulsa, one in Oklahoma City. You also can find us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And then for more information, you can call 918-619-6174 or go to www.sicklecelloklahoma.org.
This is News You Can Use right here on KBOB 89.9 FM, and we are back.
So News You Can Use is all about shedding some light on the positive happenings in our community. There are many great businesses, programs, and events occurring in our neighborhood, and we felt the community needed to hear about those things. 1, so we can support, and 2, so we can be involved.
I'm Charles Harper, Executive Director of World One Development, which includes fitting back in EduRec Youth and Family Fund Center, 36th Street North Event Center, and Oklahoma Community Support Coalition. My job, because the world wants to know, is financial stability and infrastructure for our community development projects. And I am so excited and I am so elated to be one of the producers of this phenomenal show.
And I'm Damali Wilson, Executive Director of Operations for World One Development. And my job is creating, monitoring, and enforcing protocol for each of our community development projects. I am also in charge of social media for all of our World One Development entities. If you would like to advertise your business or organization on this show or any of our other individual platforms, please inbox me your contact information on Facebook Messenger so we can talk. I am also happy and elated to be one of the creators of this show.
Don't be trying to follow me around. You know what I'm talking about? I got a little something going on today. It's hump day.
Whatever.
How are you doing?
Doing pretty good today. A lot of work going on, but doing pretty good. What about you?
I ain't gonna say. I'm gonna say it like your grandma said. How are thou doing today?
No, that's Bible.
That's Bible.
That's Bible.
That's grandma, right?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
It is hump day. It's a fairly nice day outside.
Yeah.
It's not too hot.
Not too hot.
No, last week it was like 115. Today it was tough.
Right.
It was tough.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I agree. But we getting there. We getting there. On the
nice.
downside, trying to move towards fall.
I like that shirt you got on.
It's the same as yours.
Did somebody give you my memo?
I think you was peeping in my window.
I told them people in my neighborhood I was gonna be flexing today, and I thought I seen a Camaro drive by.
No, you didn't, because I moved too quick.
I thought I was ironing my shirt. I said, man, I got them out of today, but no, you don't want to do right. You don't want to do right. Hey, let's kick it off the right way. We'll kick it off with thanking and appreciating our first responders, healthcare professionals, food providers, restaurant workers, and essential workers for their services on the front lines during this time. It's great how organizations and churches in the community are coming together to help those in the community during this coronavirus epidemic.
Yes. So before we get started, we want to send prayers to our show producer, James Jones, a.k.a. DJ JB Smooth, and his family for the loss of his aunt. Yeah. We also want to send out prayers for the family of Dedrick McBride, a.k.a. DJ Perfecto, who is also on this show, on this radio station's platform. Right. He lost his mom. Yeah. So, we want to keep those families lifted up in prayer, because that's kind of a hard thing,
You know what? Sometimes things be happening in folks' lives and they don't even want to mention it to people.
Right.
But we got to get back to where when things are going on, you got people around you that you can talk about what's going on so that we can get through those situations together. So JB Smooth is the reason why our show sounds the way that it does, the way we do live remotes in Minnesota and all around the world. So we talked last night, we got them covered, but hey, to the listening audience, hey, keep him and your family in your prayers, and we'll find a way for you to get him a couple of dollars. He still got his shades on, so he's all right. He got his gloves on.
You guys are so awesome.
We got to take care of our own family.
It's all love.
Yes, absolutely.
Him and DJ Perfecto.
Yeah,
they've been married about 25,000 couples.
At the event center, right?
At the event center. So people got married and walked down. So hey, love goes both ways.
Right,
so, hey,
right. Absolutely.
Damali.
And then we want to make sure that we keep my cousin Philip Washington in your prayers. As you know, he was hit by a drunk driver on May 29th. And he has been, he had 5 surgeries in the first week that he was in the hospital. And he's now been moved over to a treatment facility, so that they can try to get him up and moving and get moving around. But now we kind of feel like in our family that because of the prayers of everyone and because we've been there, like there's always a cousin, an auntie, an uncle, somebody in our family saying, hey, did you turn him? Hey, did you do this? Hey, did you do that? But now COVID has now shut that down. They sent us a message 2 days ago and said, that we can't come. So now only his dad and then, of course, his wife, those are the only 2 people that they'll allow in the facility because of COVID, and it's just going crazy. So, you guys, just keep him lifted up. Make sure that you're continuing to pray for him. He's making great strides. He still has a long way to go, but he's getting there. He's getting there. So I think it's just the prayers of everyone, that are just keeping him, moving towards recovery.
Right. And if it's your cousin, it's our cousin.
That's right.
So we've been right there with him the whole way. I'm still getting his gold jacket made.
Okay.
So he bit somebody 3 weeks ago. I haven't forgot about that. He snatched somebody's cell phone. That means he's trying to make a call or text somebody.
Yes,
so in my mind, he's on the comeback. He's on his way back. So unfortunate situation, but he is definitely on his way back. Damali, There's a lot of people listening in live.
Oh,
We
yeah,
might want to
yeah.
give them a couple shout outs before we get this party started.
Let's
I see
do.
KJ, we call him AKA K Jizzle, all the way
Hey,
from the Twin
KJ.
City in Minnesota.
Yeah.
We got Jeremiah Blackwell, we call him Maestro.
Hey, Jeremiah.
If I come back again in the afterlife, my name's gonna be Maestro too. Down there in Mississippi. Also, we got Polo Powell calling in from St. Louis. Polo, welcome to the show. Mildred Green.
Hey.
Welcome to the show. And I see Mom.
Hey, Mama.
She dropped off bread last week.
She sure did. That
If
bread
y'all don't
was
know
the
about
truth.
the bread, we'll tell you that story later.
Yeah.
We got AJ, Mr. Energizer, down there in the J-Bone Lounge, down there in Jacksonville, Arkansas, in the Dirty South.
Hey, AJ.
He in the building.
Yes.
So we got a lot more. We're going to get to you guys, but we got a big show is loaded today. We're glad you guys are tuning in. This might be a show where you need to get your pen and your pad out because we have some special guests.
Yes.
You know, I was able to talk to the president, Queen of England. I'm like, how can I get these people? I can barely get them on the phone. So how am I going to get them in the studio live?
But before we go to our special guest, let's say this. Ebony Easley.
Yes, indeed.
She is the queen, okay?
She is the queen.
So Ebony Easley, you know, she was on the show last week, and we talked to her about the art festival that she had that happened last Saturday.
Right.
If you missed it, you missed an absolute treat. Now, it was a little warm out there, but I convinced my family to come out because my daughter and her boyfriend, as well as my grandson, they all like to draw. So they're always on canvas, you know, trying to outdo each other, drawing SpongeBob and all this stuff.
So this was right up their alley,
So this was right up their alley. So we all went out. My mom went out, and we actually supported, and it was phenomenal. Great event. Ebony, you did that, girl. Yeah. You did that.
And Damali, you play too much.
What'd I do?
Damali went live. Because unfortunately, I was in Austin and she went right by Sugar Barrels. Got real close to that rib, but I done tried to reach through the phone live, done missed, hurt my finger. You know, I'm down here in Austin, I done forgot. But I'll get you back.
My Sugar Bears was the bomb. That smoked brisket sandwich, whoo, the truth. And then I had a pineapple smoothie. Oh, it was on and popping.
I'm done. I'm getting hungry right now.
Yes, Damali. But Ebony, great job, though. Great job.
Damali, it was some breaking news on yesterday.
Yes, it was. You know what? And I'm so glad it happened because I got tired of holding the secret. You know I can't hold secrets.
Sure can't. You're not good with that.
No, I'm not. I hate it.
I heard people with braided hair don't do well with secrets. It's just,
they don't. I'm going to tell you.
It's just one of those things. But it was, I agree, it was hard to hang on to. But yesterday, finally, it was time.
Yes. So yesterday, if you guys have not heard, the city of Tulsa made a huge announcement.
Yes.
They're going to be redeveloping some land that actually is Kirkpatrick Heights and Greenwood District. And so they're going to be doing a master plan.
Yes.
And there are, so they announced who was going to be doing the master plan. They also introduced some of the committee members.
Right.
And I think the majority of the committee members were there. So we were actually on site to be a part of that. So there's going to be 56 acres of land that's going to be redeveloped in the Kirkpatrick area. And the reason why we were there is because, actually WRT, which stands for Wallace, Robert, and Todd,
right?
They are actually out of Philadelphia. They are actually the ones who actually got the contract to create this master plan. And yours truly, World One Development, along with Standpipe Hill, which if you don't know who that is, we're going to tell you about that in just one moment. But we actually got the community engagement piece of that contract.
Yes.
So we were there. We got to, stand with the mayor, city councilors. Thank you, Jay Dizzle. We appreciate that, but we got to stand with the mayor and the committee members, and as well as District 1 City Councilor Vanessa Hall Harper, to kind of talk about that a little bit. And so we're going to be sharing some information today, and we have people in the studio that are actually going to, be able to talk about this project, what's going on with the project, and how you can support, because it's not just about us now. Now, we did win the contract, but there is a role that the community is going to play in this. And so we're going to tell you how you can play a role in helping this master plan be what it needs to be for North Tulsa.
Let's introduce our special guest. And I get the first one because you know him because he walks around with a big stick. None other than my friend, my brother, leading Standpipe Hill Strategy, Mr. Greg Robinson. Welcome to the show. How are you doing?
Yes.
Doing well. Glad to be in the place with the hostess with the mostest, and the maestro. Man.
Right.
And
Yes.
I'll say this because we do have a lot of people that listen all around the world and they follow what we do. And for the people locally as well, because unless you've been hiding under a rock, I don't know who don't know who you are.
Right.
But just in case they don't, give them a little bit of information about Greg Robinson.
Absolutely. A child of Greenwood, first and foremost, and
Yes.
proud of it, especially in the times like these. Currently, the founder of Standpipe Hill Strategies, and I know we'll get into that, but certainly been here in this community working, whether it's in schools, whether it's out on the street corners,
Yes.
giving away food, whatever it is, working to make our neighbors' lives better. And so just glad to be here with y'all today.
Welcome to the show.
Yes, welcome. And so we also have another special guest, Miss Katie O'Melia. She is of TSW Design.
Yes.
So they're architects. They do landscape design and, all of that. And so she's in the studio with us today. Hey, Miss Katie, how are you?
Hey, guys. Thanks for having me. This is awesome.
Yes. So just like as we asked Greg, give the people and let them know just a little bit about who you are and what you do.
Yeah, so I am also a resident of Tulsa, and my background is landscape architecture and planning.
Okay.
And I operate the TSW Tulsa office here, and so I'm going to be working with you three great people here on doing the community outreach for this project.
So, Katie, what school did you go to?
So my undergraduate I did at Oklahoma State University,
Okay.
And then my master's was from the University of Utah.
Okay, that's awesome.
Good stuff.
That's awesome.
And she just stopped dancing to Shackles on My Feet. Won't let me stand.
You ain't supposed to tell everybody all that.
You can't get by me and start jamming like that. I'm gonna ask you a few questions.
That's amazing. So let's see. Who do we want to start? Okay, so first of all, Standpipe Hill.
Yes.
Greg, give us a little. Why did you choose that name? What is the significance of that name? And then maybe give us a little background as to what we're doing together.
Absolutely. So when I thought about how I wanted to launch a engagement firm,
sure,
I thought about the significance of this community and what symbol stood for the loss and the opportunity. And so when you think about what Standpipe Hill signifies for our community, it was the highest point in Greenwood.
Yes.
It is where the wealthiest Black Tulsans look down upon their beloved community.
Mm-hmm.
But it is also the point at which the fiercest warriors, our World War I veterans, including that of the great Peg Leg Taylor, lost their life fighting to the last breath. And to this day, it signifies the loss of Greenwood. You see it sitting there in the middle of the urban renewed Greenwood,
right,
which means the lost Greenwood to us.
Right.
And you see that big tower, and you don't see a representation of our community on it. And so for me, it was a symbol to say the power that we hold in this community, but the importance of engaging and developing communities from a community-centered lens. And that's what Standpipe Hill is about. It's about returning power, returning ownership to people so that they can drive what their community looks like. And so that's what our firm is committed to doing.
That is outstanding. And I love the thought that you put into that, and what that means for our community. I mean, we've got to do things that actually have significance. You know what I mean? Not just throwing a name out there, but you took some time to think about, what that looked like and what that represented and how it affects you, as an individual. So for those of you who don't know, World One Development, we actually partnered, which is not no surprise. You know what I mean? We've been doing stuff together always, no matter what it is, from, like Greg said, from feeding people to school projects. I mean, we out in the community beating the pavement and, just making sure that things happen because we got to take care of our own. We can't just wait for somebody else to come into our neighborhood and say, hey, here, this is what we're going to do for you. We got to be doing it for ourselves. So we've been doing this. This is nothing new. But for me, I will say to be able to partner together on this project is like everything. Because as you guys know, I'm a product of Greenwood. My mother was born in the Greenwood district. My grandmother lived in Greenwood until she was forced out by urban removal. renewal. But anyway, our inside joke here. But until they were forced out. And so to me, I have fond memories of growing up, on Greenwood. So to partner to do this, it was like a no-brainer. It's like, yeah, let's do it. Let's make it happen. So I'm really excited that we get to work on a bigger scale, and we get to bring this information to our community. Charles, what do you?
I just want to add, and I'll let Greg unpack this a little bit because I know
Okay.
he has a little more knowledge. And then we're going to slide over to Katie.
Katie, yeah.
I'm going to let her finish dancing. When we talk about WRT, because I know the community going to be like, who is that? I know Greg,
Right.
that's cool. I know Damali and Charles, that's cool.
Right.
Katie, that's cool. But can you elaborate a little bit more on WRT and who they are?
Absolutely. So WRT is really a nationally renowned planning and design firm. And they've been spectacular, I will tell you, because from the outset, they looked at this project, which was actually written by one of our own, Miss Ashley Phillips. And I do think we need
Shout out
to
to
give
Ashley.
give
Yes.
her credit during her time at the city. She wrote this request and outline. But WRT came in, led by Garland Capita, a phenomenal Black woman, and said, you know what? Sure, we could come in and provide sort of a cookie cutter way of going about this process, but that's not what this project is asking for. And so they came in and said, we're going to bring our expertise. We're going to bring our experience down, and we're going to use it to ensure that we're providing tools to the North Tulsa community stakeholders to really influence this planning process. And Charles, I do want to be specific here. No one right now is building anything.
Right.
What we are actually doing under the leadership of WRT and with our assistance is creating the framework
Yes.
for
Right.
what can be built.
Right.
And so when you look at what the goals are of this project, it is first and foremost to ensure that there is ownership and leadership from the Black community and the North Tulsa community, with the second part of this process, which is actually building on this development. And so it is critical and actually amazing that we have a national partner that is willing to provide their expertise to ensure that this community actually owns and leads what this eventual development is going to look like. That's why it's so important to have as many community stakeholders involved throughout this process.
That is amazing. So basically what that means, nobody's going to come in and build everything and then ask you, how do you like it?
Right.
You going to customize how you like it. That music means we got to take a real quick break because we want to be able to just dive right into Katie and let her get her own little 5 minutes to give us what she does, because this urban development and this planning and this landscaping, see, that's the beauty of what's going to be going on. And North Tulsa is already beautiful, but we really want her to unpack that for us so we'll know what her thoughts are. This is News You Can Use right here on KBOB 89.9 FM, and we'll be right back.
Tulsa Transit is excited to introduce the Route 969 Workforce Express Network. The new Highway 169 Corridor Job Shuttle, WEN, is a fixed route service offering access from North Tulsa and Turley. Stops include Macy's, Amazon, Whirlpool, and Port of Catoosa. Save time and money when you ride the WEN Route 969. And for your protection, buses are cleaned daily. Visit tulsatransit.org.
The
for more
36th Street
details.
North Event Center is a full-scale event center where we share the experiences of the community. At the event center, you can rent space for weddings, birthday parties, receptions, concerts, Greek events, quinceañeras, and much more. We also do custom decor, linen, and centerpieces. We're located at 1125 East 36th Street North. To book your next special event, business gathering, or community event, call us at 918-200-9046.
How to order chicken wings. Number 1, find a good wing spot.
I know a wing spot, Max Wings.
Number 2, decide if you want a combo or if you want to order a la carte.
Huh? What's that?
Well, combos come with chicken, veggie sticks, fries, and a drink for a discounted price. A la carte means that you order each item separately.
Okay.
3, decide if you want bone-in, boneless, or cauliflower wings, and then determine the delicious flavor you want on your wings.
I didn't even know cauliflower had wings.
You learn something new every day. Have you been to Max Wings?
Yep.
Max Wings is located at 782 East Pine Street in Tulsa. We're open Monday through Thursday from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. and on Friday and Saturday from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Come to Max Wings, home of the dry rub fries.
Fitting Back In is a reintegration program designed to help those released from prison to fit back into the community as productive, valuable members of society. They help schedule various classes such as anger management, substance abuse, and mental health. They also work with different programs in the community to provide job training. If you or someone you know needs help with resources in career development, employment, or housing, to find out more information, call 918-592-3500 or stop by 2121 North Harvard Avenue, Monday through Thursday from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m.
With Drone and Yup,
where you get more and more and more sports.
Tuesdays, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Only on KBOB 89.9 FM. You can live stream at KBOB89.9.com. You bark at us, we bark back. Woo!
And now back to more of World One Development's news you can use with your hosts, Mr. Charles Harper and Miss Damali Wilson.
Man, what a segment one, Damali. That was kind of
right?
deep. A lot to unpack a little bit, but that's what's going on right now. Something good is happening in Tulsa where we can feel like, I feel like we're getting this one right.
Yes.
And hopefully we can carry this ball all the way across the finish line or the goal line, you should say. I want to do quick shout outs. My wife jumped in. Happy Hump Day. It is Hump Day. She said, congratulations on the Community Legacy Project. Prayers and blessing. I see Tamora.
Hey, T.
Sweet T. She put her book out. She fired up.
Okay.
So, hey, y'all better go get your copy. Hilbert Mills Hugo is in the building. Prima Donna.
Hey, Prima
Donna.
Donna.
Eagle. She up. Real life, real talk. Is that right?
Yeah.
She on KBOB family. And many, many more. I'm going to get some more later, but we got to jump to our next special guest live in studio with us.
Yes. So you guys heard a little bit about Miss Katie. So we're going to ask Miss Katie, tell us how you are connected to this project, how you got connected to WRT, and kind of what your role is.
Okay. Yeah, so we were just talking before this segment, and honestly, I knew WRT, just their national work.
Right.
And as a local planner, when I saw this RFP released, I just basically cold called them and talked to Carlin and said, hey, I know about the work you all do in African American communities across the country. I know about your expertise in affordable housing.
Sure.
I said, I'm a local planner here in Tulsa. Would you want to put together a team to go after this? Because I think that you guys are a perfect fit for this project. And, lo and behold, they said, yeah, we'd love to. And then, I talked to Greg. I'd worked with Greg in the past on other projects that we've done here in the city. And so we just started forming a team.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. That's awesome. So just a plain old cold call, just like, I'm just going to do it. And now you're here.
That's right. Yeah. That's how that worked out.
That is awesome.
So, shout out to Garland Capital. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? We just talking all around.
yes,
Let's give a little shout out.
Shout out,
If
Garland.
you listening in, we got love for you.
Yes.
Thanks for tuning in. So can you unpack a little bit more what you do specifically? We know it's design, urban design and all of that. But when they look at, what does that mean in terms of, we know what it means, but what does it look like?
Right.
Yeah, so urban planning, our job as professional planners and landscape architects is to first and foremost listen to the community.
Yes.
So the community engagement process is critical if a master plan is going to be successful. And as professionals, it's our job to take what we've heard from the community and translate it into design. So the built environment, right? What do the buildings look like? What do the streets look like? How are they designed? Are they designed for people? Are they designed for walking? Do they provide a benefit to the businesses along those sidewalks?
Mm-hmm.
So that's really our job, is to take all of the feedback we hear and produce designs, plans, 3D drawings, and then on the planning side, policy. right? So this document is setting policy and large vision, and it's providing a roadmap for implementation.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So one of the biggest things, and I'll just throw this out here and punt it to the group. One of the biggest things that I've heard since the announcement on yesterday was because, of course, we've been soliciting the support of the community because, like you said, Katie, that's going to be the most critical part is actually getting the community input. But one of the things that I heard on yesterday was, you know what? Damali and Charles, I will support you guys because it's something that you're involved in. But what I don't want to do is waste my time.
Right.
They said have been so many throughout the years. There have been so many committees that have been formed, so many different boards and all that to talk about what they're going to do in North Tulsa, and then nothing ever happens.
Right.
And so they were like, if it's another one of those, then I'm not interested. So what do you guys say that, Greg? We'll punt it over to you first and let you answer that. What do you say about this project and how is it different as opposed to those previous?
Well, first, I would say I agree.
Yeah, I do.
I'm one of those too that's sick and tired of being sick and tired. I think the reality is here that we're really in the driver's seat when you understand that certainly we're local partners with a WRT, but also that there is a leadership committee that includes some of those very reputable people that you will know, the Councilwoman Harpers of the world, the Ashley Phillipsons, the Berlinda Radneys of the world, even former Councilman Jack Henderson is on, amongst others. And so there is a real widespread community brain trust that has a mission to ensure that there is a framework and a plan set in place so that there can be real development dollars spent. Look, this is what you need to know. Downtown, anybody would come and drop whatever they needed to get land to develop downtown. Okay.
Sure.
So something's going to happen.
Right.
How is it going to happen is essentially where we are right now. And I think that's what people need to understand. This is really an intervention. Is it going to look like what we want to look like? Are we going to have some ownership in it as community? Or is it going to be another example of land that was stolen, money that's made off of our backs and off of our legacy? And that's really where we're at right now.
Katie.
And I would say, I've been a part of a lot of planning processes, and this one in particular, the approach has been totally different. The mindset about, working with the community, getting all of that feedback, and that being a robust process. So often in a planning process, we do the same old things. We hold a meeting at 6:00 once every month when 10 people can show up. And, and this process has really been set up to be the opposite of that. And I think that that's the big difference for this project, for sure, has been the approach and just the time and energy that's going to be given to that outreach process.
I remember, and just my own experience, because I'm probably the transplant on here, from Arkansas, but I remember maybe 10 years ago, and they had one going on, and they asked me to come out to it, and I seen all the drawings, and it looked really, really good, and I was getting really, really excited about it till they said, okay, we're going to use 18 months, and then we're going to have to send it to get approved. I said, oh, no, I'm not going to be here for no 18. See, I'm like, I got to turn some dirt. And really, that's why I said, no, let's go do EduRec and Event Center, because I don't want to do something, provide it to somebody for the hopes of it getting approved. Because when I looked around North Tulsa, I'm like, it looked like this process has not been working out too well. So I don't want to sit here and invest my time for 18 months. But that was just my little experience with that. But when I heard Ashley Phillips speak yesterday, and I know she actually drew up the master plan, and when she said, no, there is a plan for this to go forward, then when she says that, along with the mayor and the city councilwoman and everybody else, then I felt comfortable myself.
Right. Yeah. That reiteration that this is not just something that's going to be, this master plan put together, then set on a shelf, for the next 10 or 15 years before it actually manifests, that there's actually going to be, there's some funding behind it. That they're, but it's still a process. It's not going to happen overnight. So I appreciate Greg for actually bringing that to Pat, and putting that out there, saying that, this, dirt is not getting ready to turn right now. However, one of the biggest complaints, and I've been in Tulsa my entire 53 years of living, one of the biggest complaints that we always have is that we don't have a say and we don't have a seat at the table. So what we're saying right now, the four of us, is now you have a seat at the table.
Right.
You need to just show up to these meetings. We're going to be doing meetings, town halls. We're going to be putting out surveys. We're going to be doing all kinds of stuff.
Right.
And the kickoff for that is actually going to be this weekend. We're going to be doing the back to school bash, which we'll talk about a little bit here in a moment. But that's going to be the kickoff where we're going to be offering and soliciting information from you, the public.
Right.
So once again, just like we told you about voting, just like we told you about, getting your real ID, we've been telling you this. We don't want to hear a complaint if you don't participate.
Right.
This is your opportunity to get your voices heard and to be able to say, no, we don't want a skating rink. And, we don't want that. We want this. This is what we need because our kids need this or our kids need that. We want to hear from you what you think we need in this development.
And it's all love because we can understand if people said something and they didn't follow through. We understand that. So we're going to be sensitive to that.
Right.
But like you said, the situation is a little bit different now.
Yeah.
Katie made some phone calls. Greg took one of them calls. There's some different things happening with this.
Right.
So our goal is to get this right because it's too important.
It is. It is very important.
This is the year of the centennial.
Yes.
We had the largest Juneteenth in the nation.
Right.
It's been a lot of good stuff going on. So I think that this is going to add to that.
Absolutely.
But we got a back to school bash coming up this weekend. And with that, we're going to have some questions. We're going to be to ask y'all. We want to organize that kind of stuff a little bit. Like we said, we're going to make sure you guys include. We're giving away about 1,500 backpacks and some hot dogs. I'm going for the hot dogs. I done got hungry. I'm going to take a break. I'm going to say I done got home. Y'all stay locked in. Spreading Hope Back to School Bash is up next. This is news you can use right here on KBOB 89.9 FM.
Hello, everybody. This is Bishop Cooper. Hey, I want you to join me every Sunday on KBOB 89.9 FM for Word Up Sunday, beginning at 9 a.m. on Sunday morning. Also, I want you to join me on Facebook Live every Wednesday for Word Up Wednesday at 7 o'clock p.m. Listen, you don't want to miss it. I guarantee you're going to be blessed. See you there.
Advertise in the Tulsa Black-Owned Business Guide. It's a monthly publication reaching all of Oklahoma and beyond, giving exclusive content about your business and many businesses that are connected to you. Full page and half pages are available. Purchase and artwork are due on the 25th of each month. Visit us online right now at www.tulsabobn.com for more details, or email us right now at tulsabobn@gmail.com for pricing.
Yo, what's up, everybody? It's your boy, Pastor Tim.
And Nicole.
And we want to encourage you guys to tune in
into
to the His and Her show, Living the Dream Show. We talk about so many issues from real estate, community events and activities, and so much more.
That's right. We talk about business, helping you succeed, the hustle, and tips to help you and your family and home. Tune into the His and Her Living the Dream show every Sunday night.
Right here on 89.9 KBOB.
Check us out on Facebook at His and Her Living the Dream Show.
Welcome to Coupling with the Carlins. Your host for the show is Marion Carlin and
Tia, also known as T-Tay by my bae. Thank you for joining us today.
We're going to have an amazing show.
We're going to talk about love, and
wait.
mastering the art of coupling in your relationship. You are listening to Coupling with the Carlins.
Last Stop Lawn Maintenance and Landscaping is hiring today. Must have a valid driver's license and must have a 2 years verifiable experience mowing and lawn maintenance with the company. Strict attendance policy is required. Honest, dependable, and team-oriented. No sex offenses or crime against children. Must apply online at www.laststoplawnmaintenance.com. Apply today.
This is news you can use right here on KBOB 89.9 FM. Can I get a few shout outs real quick?
Go ahead.
Man, there's so many people on. Michael Brewer, my bad.
Michael.
Welcome to the show, my friend. My April Spears from Arkansas.
April.
Sheridan, welcome to the show. Teresa, that's our sister.
Hey,
welcome
sister.
to the show. Tony Mason.
Hey, Tony.
You know, he did his thing on the voice. What's going on, Tony Mason? Thanks for tuning in with us. What's up? He said, what's up, fam? Alicia Walker's in the building.
Hey,
Douglas
Alicia.
Allen and Miss Chloe. Chloe is in the building.
Hey, Pastor Allen.
Man, all our people them showed up.
Okay,
You
that's
can't even
what's
call them
up.
family. You call them people now.
People now.
You don't know nothing about that, Molly.
Hey, AJ, so funny. He said it's the mayor and the governor involved.
Everybody's involved when things are moving and shaking.
Right.
Okay, Damali.
Yes.
You've been unpacking this breaking news Kirkpatrick Heights and Greenwood Site Master Plan. We got Katie and Greg Robinson, Stan Pike here, strategies in the building.
Yep.
Unpacking this stuff for our community a little bit.
Right. So, hey, one of the questions that AJ does ask us, what is the projected time of completion for this master plan? So we do want to answer that. So it is a 12-month master planning cycle. So we're going to be working on this for the next 12 months, to get this situated and, solidified. And then there's a process after that, which I don't know what that process is because this is my first time ever being involved. But however, we're going to be we're going to make sure that we let you know and inform the public of what happens next after we get past that. But I also wanted to drop this on you guys. This is the part where Charles says you need to have your pen and paper ready. You can go to www.ourlegacytulsa.org. I'll give you that one more time. That's www.ourlegacytulsa.org. That is the official website for the master plan.
Yes.
There is all of the information. You'll be able to see the geographical area that we're talking about, and you'll be able to get information about who is going to be a part of this process, a part of this project, how long it's going to take. There'll also be information there in the coming weeks about all of the different events that we're going to be having that are going to give you the opportunity to share your voice.
Right.
There'll also be, in the coming weeks, different questionnaires and things like that. So make sure that you keep that information because that's going to be crucial to this process and making sure that your voices are actually heard. They'll be asking you questions like, what does a prosperous future for North Tulsa look like to you?
Right.
It's different for everybody. Some of us, have parents and grandparents and great-grandparents that actually were here in 1921.
And let me add this because I know a lot of people that's on the live are local.
Sure.
If you would like, add your question to this right
Absolutely.
now. This is something we kind of came up with. But if you have a suggestion or a comment, then add that right now and we'll find a way to incorporate that.
Right. Questions like, what are some of the places in North Tulsa you care about the most or that are most meaningful to you? So they may not be here anymore, but they were at once upon a time, so maybe we could recreate that.
Yes.
As part of this new master plan. Not a guarantee,
right.
But, still give your suggestions, your input as to what you would like to see, and who knows, there may be other people who feel the same way you do. So now we see that this is a common thread, so we need to try to figure out how we can, add that to this master plan.
Absolutely.
So anyway, just make sure that you go there, because we don't want you to say, hey, I didn't know, nobody asked me. Well, we're asking you.
Molly, will there be meetings?
Oh, yes.
In person,
Absolutely.
virtual?
Mm-hmm.
So
there will be meetings that will more than likely be hosted at the 36th Street North Event Center, other places as well, but the 36th Street North Event Center will actually most definitely be one of those places. And, we'll be talking about, so that's what I'm saying. You have to make sure that you're tuned in and locked in to know where you can find the information about this. And of course, we're going to be coming on the radio. We're going to be talking about it. We're going to be doing live remotes. We're going to be doing all kinds of stuff to make sure that the community knows what's happening and what's going on.
Yeah, and if it's news you can use, it's right here on KBOB 89.9.
Greg, we got a lot of people listening in. What are some people are hearing this for the first time? So if you're sitting at home and you're a mom, you're a single mom, you're a dad, you grandma, you grandpa, black, white, green, yellow, or what have you, what should some of your thought processes be as you get ready for something like this?
It gets more about what you want for your future than right now. And so when we're talking about planning, part of planning is who actually owns that land. Right now, the city owns the land. Is that who should own it when it's being developed, or should it be people within the community operating with developers? If you are a business of any kind, if you're a business that is looking to be in the Greenwood area, if you're a developer, if you're a contractor, if you put lights up, whatever, understand that ultimately this is going to be another opportunity. So make sure you got your certifications in place.
Yes.
Make sure that you're starting to collaborate with other businesses and getting engaged and involved. We've got to start looking at these opportunities for what they are. This is economic development.
Right.
So, Charles, if I'm sitting at home, I'm thinking about how I can develop myself to benefit economically from this type of project. If all we do is come together and say, oh, well, the black people liked it, but the black people don't make no money off of it, failure.
Absolutely. Big F.
That sounds like if it don't make money, it don't make sense.
Yes. Yes, absolutely.
Katie, same question. A person is sitting at home and they look, I've been landscaping with my grandpa since I was 2. I know how to edge. I know how to do some of those things. I'm calling Katie because I want to help. You never know what people are thinking. What are the kind of questions, like Greg said, that people need to be thinking about as they come toward these meetings that'll help you and your company be more effective at what you do?
I think you just need to be thinking about, what is the future of my community? What do I want that to look like? What kind of services would we want that we don't have? What kind of gathering spaces, whether that's outdoor public, whether that's, rec centers, things like that. So yeah, I would be thinking about, what is the future of my community? What do I want that to look like?
Right.
And then, how do we get there? What are our ideas about how we get there? How do we work together? What are resources we already have in the community that we can leverage as part of this process to have some outcomes, to have some great outcomes?
Yeah, I agree. I totally agree. And guys, another thing is, we already have a blueprint of what that looks like. Just think about what Greenwood and Black Wall Street looked like before it was destroyed.
Right.
You have a blueprint. You have a blueprint. You know what I mean?
Right.
We had everything that we needed right in our own community, So that's what we need to be thinking, is big picture.
Yeah.
What that needs to look like.
Somebody said very interesting.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Say very
big picture. Yeah.
Back to the question. I know you had. I kind of interrupted a little bit. So
right.
You want to make sure they get these questions.
Absolutely. So no, there are a few more questions, and we can elaborate on those. We'll post those actually on our website, on our social media pages as well. Like I said, on Saturday, we'll have information in hand. We'll have people and volunteers that'll be talking to you, cars as they pull up, to kind of get your input about, all of those issues. So, we're just excited. I'm glad to work with you guys, and,
Yes.
It's going to be a journey. 12 months. We got to go.
Greg, how can people find Standpipe Hill Strategies? How can they find you, sir?
Very simply, standpipehill.com. Go on, subscribe for updates. Drop us a line if you would like to get involved with us. Standpipehill.com.
All right. And Katie?
We're at tsw-design.com.
Okay. So Greg is going to have to break out, and he's going to have to go. Katie, are you going to stay for a little while?
I'll hang out.
So Katie's going to stay to the end of the show. So we're going to take a quick break, really quick break, and then we'll be right back to finish out the show.
All righty. This is news you can use right here on KBOB 89.9 FM.
Hi, I'm Denise Parker with Midtown Embroidery. We do it all, from any type of promotionals, from screen printing, embroidery, school uniforms, Greek lettering, workwear, monogramming. There's no job too big or too small, and no location too far. Let us be your one-stop shop. We're located at 2808 East 15th Street, Tulsa, Oklahoma, 74104. Our phone number is 918-982-3254. Our email address is denise.tulsamidtown@gmail.com. Thank you.
Fitting Back In is a reintegration program designed to help those released from prison to fit back into the community as productive, valuable members of society. They help schedule various classes such as anger management, substance abuse, and mental health. They also work with different programs in the community to provide job training. If you or someone you know needs help with resources in career development, employment, or housing, to find out more information, call 918-592-3500 or stop by 2121 North Harvard Avenue, Monday through Thursday from 9 a.m.
How
to 2
to
p.m.
order chicken wings. Number 1, find a good wing spot.
I know a wing spot, Max Wings.
Number 2, decide if you want a combo or if you want to order a la carte.
Huh? What's that?
Well, combos come with chicken, veggie sticks, fries, and a drink for a discounted price. A la carte means that you order each item separately.
Okay.
3, decide if you want bone-in, boneless, or cauliflower wings, and then determine the delicious flavor you want on your wings.
I didn't even know cauliflower had wings.
You learn something new every day. Have you been to Max Wings?
Yep.
Max Wings is located at 782 East Pine Street in Tulsa. We're open Monday through Thursday from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. and on Friday and Saturday from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Come to Max Wings, home of the dry rub fries.
Ladies and gentlemen,
the all-new KBOB 89.9 FM, Black on Black Community Radio.
And now it's time for the Hump Day Hot Topics with Charles and Damali.
Hey, guess what day it is? Hump Day! Hump Day! It's Hump Day!
Hey, Mike!
It's
the Hump Day Hot Topics on news you can use.
I can sit there and
Yeah.
It's the remix.
Yeah, the remix.
It's
Go
the
ahead.
remix. Hey, this is news you can use right here. We're back. Hump Day
Yes.
Hot Topics. Damali,
Yes.
they want to let me do that drop next time.
No, you're not.
I'm
It's
all
not gonna
caught
happen.
up. Damali, this show has been so inspirational, so
Yes.
heartfelt.
Yeah.
I know our audience is unpacking a lot of information because we're throwing a lot at them.
Right.
But we got y'all covered.
Absolutely.
You know, this is just the initial little bit. So
Yeah.
we got Katie in the house with us.
Yes,
we
she
all
stayed
right.
in.
She said, "Tell everybody to be all right. We cool. We cool. We all right." Okay. Spreading Hope Back to School Bash.
Yes. So that's going to be our number one hot topic today.
Yes.
And so the Spreading Hope Back to School Bash is going to be happening this till 2:00 p.m. Some of our sponsors are supporters of families with sickle cell disease, EduRec Youth and Family Fund Center, the YWCA, 36th Street North Event Center, Two Dog Sport Talk, Eden Media Services.
Can't say 2 dogs without
Right,
barking.
yeah. And Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity.
Blue Fire.
Okay.
They're in the house.
We're going to be giving away approximately 1,200 backpacks. I actually think we're going to do more.
Probably about 15.
Probably about 1,500, yep. But
you know, it is the model. We're going to take care of the community.
That's right,
because
like we do
look,
always.
Look, y'all, we're in the middle of a pandemic. People trying to figure out masks, no masks, vaccine. It's a lot going on.
Yep.
But the one thing we got to do is educate our kids.
That's right.
Teachers need to have these jobs and principals. So our prayers go out to you guys because this is going to be tough. But news you can use is going to be right here for you. So what we're going to do is try to get you what you need.
Yes.
What we're going to have at the back to school
So back to school bash, we're giving away. Let's just say 1,500 backpacks.
Let's say
that
15.
sounds good.
That's pretty safe.
Yeah,
That's
that
pretty
sounds
safe.
good. We're going to be giving away beef hot dogs, chips. You know,
you're
food. So we're
getting
going to
my
have little food bags. We're going to have the information about the Kirkpatrick Heights and the Greenwood Master Plan. We're going to have live music. We're going to be doing immunizations. So there's going to be tons of stuff that's happening. Now remember, this is a drive-through. If you need immunizations, then we're going to make provision for you, and you'll drive up and get that handled. But everything else, we're going to walk up to the car and we're going to hand you what you need.
Yes, and this is a time when you need to start sharing this video.
Absolutely.
Share the video right now because there's a lot of information. The location at 36th Street North Event Center, if you don't know, is 1125 East 36th Street North. It's going to be a drive-through. So the fire department will be there, the police department will be there, IMSA will be there. Right. We're going to be taking care of everybody, but you'll be able to pull up, Let us know what you need. We'll hit your trunk, get you your backpack, get you some food, get you some other supplies, get you some sanitizers and masks and things like that,
right,
so that you are ready to get back to school.
And I want to give a shout out to my friends, the Individuals Car Club, Christmas McThorne State Farm, Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity. Those are a few of the people that have dropped off their school supplies already. I know I got some other motorcycle clubs that are coming, and
I talked to my partners over there with Omega Sci-Fi. They
Oh,
all
did
right
you?
with me.
Okay.
They all right with me. They got
Come on,
close.
Greeks, come on
no,
through.
I'm just playing. Omega Sci-Fi, they coming through tomorrow.
Yes.
Shout out to them.
Yes. So if you have school supplies or backpacks that you would like to donate, we're still accepting donations, because maybe we can do 1,600 instead of 15. Okay. Then, you can bring those on through anytime from 10 to 2 tomorrow or Friday.
Right.
Friday night, we're going to be actually packing those backpacks with school supplies.
Yes.
So that we can have those ready to go ahead and pass out. Okay.
Right. And if you would like to just send a donation, because we are filling up a few gaps, just go to edurectulsa.com.
Yes.
Website, edurectulsa.com. Well, website, Facebook, everything is edurectulsa.com. Click that button, make a little donation, and it's tax deductible.
Yes,
and we
absolutely.
appreciate it.
So our second hump day hot topic. Can't get it out.
No, that's why it's called hot. If it's too hot for you, drink some water. You see me and Katie, we drinking our water. You up here like you can't take it. Sip on a little water. It's all right.
Right. So Julius Jones is a death row prisoner, and despite maintaining his innocence and compelling evidence that he was wrongfully convicted, he is still sitting on death row and has been there for over 20 years. So as you know, we brought you the information in the news that the Pardon and Parole Board voted 3-1 to move his case to the second stage of review. And on September 13th, he goes up for his commutation hearing, where he is actually going to get to testify on his own behalf for the first time ever.
Right.
And so, we're asking you guys that you continue to keep before Governor Stitt and the Pardon and Parole Board this case. Don't just go dormant because this opportunity has arisen. We don't want him to be another statistic, like the young man that we talked about previously who was on death row, had been maintaining his innocence all that time. They executed him. And 2 years later, DNA evidence proved that he was not the perpetrator.
Yeah, we don't want that.
We don't want that to happen to this young man. So make sure that you go to justiceforjuliusjones.com. Look at the docuseries. There's also, form letters there for, to Governor Stitt, and also a form letter for the Pardon and Parole Board that you can just print off, sign your name to, and just send them in.
Send it on off.
Yeah.
So
we want to make sure.
appreciate your love and support. We started at only 176,000. Now we up to over 6 million.
Yes.
So it's just about justice and doing things the right way. So we'll keep you connected and tuned into that.
So guess what?
What?
Which is no surprise. Hospital beds here in Oklahoma are maxed out.
Man.
We knew it was coming.
It was coming.
We knew it was coming.
It came fast too.
Yep.
It seemed like we're back to what it was last year.
Right. It's like worse.
Yeah.
And Tulsa actually are treating more COVID patients than Oklahoma City. Did you know that?
Yeah,
and we're smaller than Oklahoma City.
Yeah, I heard that Hillcrest are diverting people. You go there, you can't even. They just tell you, hey, you got to go to another spot. You know, and for Damali and I, we know people at all of the hospitals. So guys, we have to be safe out here. Regardless of what you think and feel about the vaccination or whatever, mask or whatever it is, we still got to look out for one another.
That's right.
That's what I think is the least respectful. So if you got to go into a crowded spot, get you a little space. At least wear your mask.
Putting on
get you some
sanitizer right now.
Because the goal, guys, is we got to get through this together.
That's right. Absolutely. So the city council is set to vote on the mask mandate on August 25th. This mask mandate this time is only going to be for indoors only. Right. There's going to be exceptions for people who have health conditions, and as to the reason why they can't wear masks. It's going to be enforced through the city's trespassing ordinance. Right. And this mandate is going to be for people ages 4 and up.
Wow.
Yeah. So if it actually does pass. So they actually talked about it last week. They didn't have enough momentum, but they're going to revisit it on the 25th. So we'll see what happens, but it's probably going to pass.
Yeah.
I would say it's probably going to pass.
I think they said it was 5 people ready to vote on it, but the other 4 needed a little more time. So that's just how the council works. So we got to hope that they get it right. We voted them out in office.
Exactly. So
it's their job to take care of us and look out for us.
Absolutely. So, the Taliban is going buck wild over in Afghanistan.
Man, that is so unfortunate.
Man, I am so sad to hear, there are people, so from what I understand that the there's about 11,000 Americans over there.
What? How many?
11,000
Wow.
Americans, and so far 5,000 people have sent in a letter to the American embassy saying, hey, we need you to help get us out of here. And they're like, okay, we're gonna do our best, but they sent them a letter and said, we can't guarantee your safety as you make it to the airport in Kabul. We can't guarantee your safety. If you make it there, then hey, we'll do the best that we can to try to get you out. Isn't that crazy?
It's crazy.
But the Taliban took over the capital.
They did.
They've taken over the entire state pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
But they're not acting in the violent Taliban normal way yet.
Well,
they're actually giving people...
They giving them an opportunity, a small little window. But some people are getting killed on their way to the airport. So that's what they're saying. That's what the government is saying. It's like, we can't guarantee that you guys are going to, get to the airport safe. We can't, your safe passage to get there. Now, if you get there, we can get you out, or if you can get to the embassy, we can get you out. But
this is political, though, because they're holding press conferences, and the Taliban is holding press conferences like they're a government organization, and it's just wild because they said the Afghanistan president and his leaders just laid down.
Yeah,
and one thing is Biden says. We're just tired. Mm-hmm. Why would we fight for another country when they won't fight for themselves?
Mm-hmm.
So that's why they're trying to pull the troops out. Mm-hmm. 1 minute they're pulling them out, 1 minute they're right back over there. But
But my thing, if you got, did you say 11,000 Americans over there?
11,000.
So regardless of pull them out, do this, whatever it is, I'm just thinking if you're an American, 11,000 is a lot.
That's a lot.
Is there 11,000 Americans?
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot. Mm-hmm. Meaning, it seemed like somebody should have got a letter like 60 days ago to like, this is getting really bad.
Nobody saw it coming.
Yeah, nobody saw it
coming. It happened instantly.
Man, somebody saw this happen. Ain't nothing just happened like that.
It's an overthrow.
Yeah.
Nobody saw it happen.
Yeah.
They didn't see it coming. They admitted to it.
Well, in any event,
was that the same thing as almost the insurrection that almost happened here? Was that one of them kind of things? Nobody was ready.
Nobody was ready. Yeah, apparently nobody was ready. Yeah, nobody was ready.
I wasn't ready for that either.
Yeah, okay, I wasn't either. But you saw the images of people, like holding on to the landing gear of the plane. I'm like, oh my God.
Let me say, I thought that was not even real.
Yeah.
When I looked at that, I'm like, this is like a movie.
No, those were Afghanis trying to find refuge away from
the
drama.
But that's what I'm saying. If you trying to get out, you trying to get out. Yeah, I'm like, I don't want none of that smoke. I want to go on. I'll go to America.
The women won't even be. They've had so much freedom while the Taliban was dismantled.
Yeah.
Right.
And now they're going to go right back to Taliban rule.
Yeah.
And it's not a good thing.
This is a hot time. I heard that they found a body in the shaft.
Of the landing gear.
The landing gear when they landed, that it was a body.
Climb. Yeah.
Because it's not like you can fly on a plane outside of it from there to wherever you're going.
Bro, they was trying to chase that big C-14.
Yeah.
What is it, a C?
I don't know what it is, but it's a big old plane.
Army cargo plane that it is. That was that one. And they was.
Yeah.
But I'm like, you cannot fly on this plane.
Man,
that's
crazy.
It's not funny, but
it's not. But that's fair.
You see that and you be like, this stuff only happens in the movies.
Right.
That's
now it's happening in real life.
Yeah. It's crazy. And and it makes you thankful, although America has its problems. Don't get me wrong. We got our problems and all of this, but at the end of the day, we don't have to live like that.
We don't
know
have
what I'm saying?
that. So I'm just prayers for those families.
Absolutely.
That has to
That's
be
sad.
a different level of fear. And prayers for the 11,000 Americans that are still over there that don't have safe passage back.
I hope they get out. I think they're going to get out.
I just don't see. I don't see how
that may be what the troops are going for. Is to get them out.
To get them out.
Like I wouldn't want to be.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's just
somebody should have sent me a memo or something. What they're not going to do is just tell me you on your own from here to the airport. That's like if somebody say they're between here and Oklahoma City. We can't guarantee you protection from here to Oklahoma City to fly out.
Right.
So I'm sitting here like. Me and my family could die.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's just pray for the Americans and for the whole situation.
Yes,
because
absolutely.
It's still all people.
Right.
What we got next, Molly?
Hey, Chris McThorn is on. He said, "What's up, family? Nice work, guys.
What's
as
going
always."
on? And you see, your sister Teresa just said, "Wow."
Yeah.
And then AJ, he's a veteran, retired. He said, "Taliban cannot be trusted. It was a poor planning and the intelligence. They are going to kill a lot of men later."
That's so sad. That's
a
so
tough
sad.
Situation.
So just prayers.
Prayers for that whole situation.
Yeah, man. Haiti everything is going. I mean, people, stuff is just going crazy. So they were hit on Saturday with a 7.2 earthquake on the Richter scale.
Right.
7.2. I'm like, oh my God. So that impacted about 1.2 million people.
Right.
Left about almost 2,000 people dead. 6,000, almost 7,000 people have been injured. According to the last numbers that I actually saw and I actually, received before we did this. And then now Tropical Storm Grace is hitting the island. I'm like, oh my goodness.
I know.
I don't know about the earthquake, but the day after that, I felt sitting on the couch and it felt like an earthquake. And
really? Every now and again. Yeah, every now and again.
In Oklahoma, you'll get a little shake every now and again.
Every now and again, yeah.
I'm okay to shake like my door thing. When I hear that rattle, I get nervous and stand up.
Yes.
I stand up in the middle of the floor. I'm like, that's too much shake.
When
the door rattle.
Yeah. I you know what? That happened to me one time. I was asleep.
It woke you up?
And it sounded like somebody was clapping. And I was like, oh. I open my eyes and it's like in the middle of the night and it's dark and I'm like, oh my God. Then I was kind of scared because it's just me and my daughter at home. So I'm like, wow.
All that. Look,
where the gun?
JB, when me and you were in Anaheim, I didn't know you was there, and my daughter was down there for that competition, and I don't know, 18th floor, and all of a sudden,
California had an earthquake.
We did the Michael Jackson.
Y'all was leaning forward.
We leaned all the way to the floor, and I'm like, there's nowhere to run.
The smooth criminal. Y'all did smooth criminal.
I was like, man.
The dance stage was set up in my room.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Charles was in the FA Leaders of
Yeah,
America. And our trussing was swaying back and forth.
Oh.
We had to bring it down, emergency situation.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. So
Molly, it was.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm glad these buildings got some flexibility.
The ACC is a huge facility.
Yeah.
I'm talking about at least a mile long.
Oh, wow.
And you just...
Wow.
Crazy. Nobody wants to be an earthquake.
Right. So I understand that the UNICEF and the USA Aid is sending, supplies and stuff, trying to get over to Haiti to help out, so prayers for all of those families over there and for those rescue workers.
Yes.
That are going, and trying to, give their assistance, in that situation. That's just crazy.
All right. And now they're saying that mudslides and things like that are the biggest concerns. So prayers for their family. And I'm hoping we can get some of those families out. That's 2,000 people. That's a lot of people.
That's a lot of people. Okay. So last week we talked about our ambassadors.
I know it was tough.
And we couldn't decide. we was like, okay, so we're just going to put it to a vote of the people.
We put it back on the people.
Yes. Because we're not going to do it. So
the final four.
Final four were
Michael Brewer.
Y'all wrong.
Teresa Elliott.
Ashley Peters, a.k.a. Twinkie.
Yeah.
And your mama with the bread.
Yes.
So we got 4 Oklahoma ambassadors?
No. Those were the final 4.
That was the final 4.
And we let them vote. And so the winner is...
After the smoke done cleared.
Yes.
The dust.
It is Aisha Peters.
A.k.a. Twinkie.
Yes.
She is the Oklahoma ambassador for News You Can Use.
Yes.
Her swag bag and all the good stuff is on the way.
Yes. We'll be getting it to her.
You mean she beat out Mama?
Yes.
No, I'm going to tell you what Twinkie did. She sat back in the cut and done nothing.
Yes.
Until everybody put their guard down. And she just came
out
like
smoking.
a rocket and just flew down the highway. You couldn't even see her. Moving the speed of light. Twinkie, you're pretty smooth when you move.
Yeah, she killed it. She killed it.
Congratulations to you. Michael Brewer, congratulations. And Michael, prayers for your family.
Yes.
I saw your message as well.
You are all ambassadors.
Right.
But there can only be one top ambassador.
And the next state up, our News You Can Use ambassadors, go to newsyoucanyuse.tv. It is so much good stuff on there.
Absolutely.
I mean, it is just going down.
Yes.
We're taking this show on the road. So
absolutely.
Next week, the next state is going to be Georgia. We got a lot of people from Georgia that listen to the show. Mm-hmm. So you guys need to do what you need to do because next week we will announce the ambassador of the News You Can Use from Georgia. You hear that?
Okay. What that mean? I like it. All right. So our Did You Know fact, and we're going to bring you, this is amazing. Okay. So this morning, former Oklahoma State Representative Don Ross had a section of the Gilcrease Expressway named after him.
Yes.
The section between Lewis Avenue and LL Tisdale Parkway. If you don't know who he is, let me enlighten you. He is a native Tulsan who served as a state legislator in the Oklahoma House of Representatives for 20 years, from 1983 to 2003.
Wow.
He and State Senator, the late Maxine Horner, who was a state senator, co-sponsored a state resolution in 1997 to establish the Tulsa Race Riot Commission.
Right.
This commission conducted an in-depth investigation into the 1921 race massacre and presented its report in February 2001.
Wow.
In the early 2000s, Representative Don Ross helped to secure $32 million.
Say that again.
$32 million.
Wow.
And state capital improvement program funds for building the Gilcrease Expressway between U.S. Highway 75 and the LL Tisdale Parkway. In December 2008, the Gilcrease Expressway from U.S. 75 to the Tisdale Parkway was open to traffic. He is currently 80 years old, and he got to see that expressway being named after him this morning at 9 o'clock. It happened.
Hey, shout out.
Yeah.
Shout out.
So I actually went to school with his youngest son, Curtis Ross, who is now deceased. He was one of my classmates.
Uh-huh.
And Donna Ross, she goes to our church.
Teacher of the year.
So, shout out to that family. We're so excited for you guys. That is great news. And I hate that I wasn't able to be there this morning, but we had a lot of stuff going on.
Hey, quick shout out to Carla Thomas tuning in with us over there.
Carla.
At Mid-First Bank doing big things.
Okay.
Thanks for tuning in.
Yes. Okay. Upcoming events. Don't forget, if you're looking to have a birthday party, quinceañera, banquet, wedding, vendor fair, or any other event, the 36th Street North Event Center has dates available. Call us at 918-200-9046 to reserve your spot.
Yes.
Prayer Time Grief Counseling with Pastors Chloe and Doug Allen happens every Sunday at 7 o'clock p.m. Call 717-275-8940. Don't forget to put in the code 615-876.
Right.
Tulsa Tech North Peoria campus will be offering $1 haircuts on Monday through Thursdays. Oh, you heard what I said?
100 pennies?
Yes.
For a haircut.
That's
a good deal.
That's it for kids.
Shout out to Chuck Jones. You doing it.
Okay. So they'll be doing that Monday through Thursday from 4:30 p.m. until 6:30 p.m. For more information, call Chuck Jones at 918-828-2063. So Oasis Fresh Market celebrated its 3-month anniversary.
We celebrating all the milestones.
Okay,
shout
every
out to
last
AJ
one.
And his staff. You better get over to the Oasis Fresh Market.
Yes. So don't forget, it's open Monday through Saturday from 7 a.m. until 10 o'clock p.m. and Sunday from 8 a.m. to 8 o'clock p.m.
And I don't care where you live in Oklahoma, you need to go visit Oasis Fresh Market.
Absolutely.
So nice, so clean, and all the food is so good.
Yes, absolutely. Don't forget, there's rent and utility assistance available. Sign up at erap.restorehope.org. I'll say that again, erap.restorehope.org.
It is too hot to be without AC or water. You need to be able to take a bath and be cool.
To be sitting outside, to be with all your stuff outdoors.
We're giving you the information.
Man.
Better reach out.
Holla at them. I'm going to say it one more time, erap.restorehope.org.
That's it.
Hit them up. All right, the Spreading Hope Back to School Bash, we've talked about that already. It happens this Saturday from 10 to 2 at the 36th Street North Event Center, which is located at 1125 East 36th Street North. We're still looking for donations and backpacks, and we're also looking for volunteers. So you can hit us up at World One Development or at Edgerake Youth and Family Fund Center, or you can go on our Facebook page, and there is a link that you can hit, and you can sign up to be a volunteer.
Yes, indeed.
Hey, the Emmy Awards is actually going to be happening on September the 19th. You know, the Russell Westbrook documentary, Tulsa Burning, the 1921 Race Massacre. You know, Charles and myself were in that documentary, as well as some of our other KBOB family.
Yes.
They're actually in the running for Outstanding Music Composition for a Documentary Series or Special, and Outstanding Sound Editing for a Nonfiction or Reality Program. Westbrook's film shines the light on the injustice over 2 bloody days and the reconstruction of that area, the recovery of unmarked graves that has taken place since then. So you can watch the documentary on the History Channel or on Hulu.
Absolutely. And I got a little text message this morning.
Uh-oh, what was the text
message?
message?
We're going to say, they said the Emmys is coming up. They're going to see what they can do for us. They're going to see what they can do. I told them, just let me sit outside on the curb. I mean, I ain't tripping. I'm a humble guy. I'm just happy to be there.
Right.
You know, give me a nice jacket or give me a nice jacket. You
chilling.
So we'll keep you posted on that.
Yes. Don't forget, Black Tony Survives COVID comedy show featuring Ashima Franklin, Gabe Spain, and B. Tuck. It's going to be happening on November the 6th at 7:30 p.m. at the 36th Street North Event Center. This is presented by 105.3 K-Jams. The event is for all ages. Tickets available at TicketStorm. I'm going to say that again. Tickets are available at TicketStorm. Do not come to the 36th Street North Event Center. We don't have tickets, okay? They're available at TicketStorm, or you can call by phone at 866-966-1777, or you can contact KJAM's 105.3 Studios.
You too. You play too much.
I'm just saying.
Hey, that's true. People do be lining up outside. We don't have no tickets.
No tickets.
We trying to get tickets.
Right, exactly. Don't forget to get your real ID before October the 1st. You know, Charles over here doing his little dance because he finally, he missed his appointment.
Last week I had missed my appointment, but that's not the point. I just want to set up the comeback.
Yes.
So yesterday I got my temporary real ID.
Yes.
But I got my stuff done. You need to have that done by October 1st. Don't wait till it's 1,000 people in line and be talking about you tried. Mama, I tried. No, go early.
Get it done.
Go right down there to Turley.
Right.
Get your stuff done.
So remember, we told you to make it a point to get your real ID before October 1st, because this will be the new voter suppression tactic during the midterms in 2022 as well as 2024. So you want to make sure that you're being proactive and you're getting your real ID. So Charles got his, and if Charles got his, everybody should have
Everybody should have that.
I got set up for an appointment next week.
There you go, JB.
You ready, JB? You got your appointment?
I figured out a loophole.
Okay, well, let's get it.
We ain't going to tell you the loophole over the air.
I ain't going to tell you.
Right.
I found a loophole. She's like, oh, yeah, come on in and, okay, I got your bed. I'll be there. I was like, yeah, that's it.
Right. Birthdays. Today is Dr. Larry Talbert's birthday and Frank Bates, a.k.a. CV.
CV?
Yes.
Happy birthday. Them two of my favorite people.
Yes. August 20th is DeMarco Armstrong's birthday.
DeMarco?
Yes, over
Happy
at the
birthday.
church.
What are you, about 25 by now?
Maybe 24, 25, somewhere around there. August 22nd is Melody Dicon and Jonathan Townsend. They share a birthday. And then August 24th is our friend Kevin Keys. It's his birthday.
Happy birthday, Kevin Keys.
Yes. So don't forget to purchase your News You Can Use gear and continue the conversation at our podcast, which is at www.newsyoucanuse.tv. We're also coming, check this out, y'all. We moving on up like George and Wheezy. We are also coming to Roku and Apple TV. We're working on that. So, you guys make sure that you stay tuned in. Yeah. News You Can Use. We coming up.
Hey,
that's that Emmy. That's that Emmy.
Again, newsyoucanuse.tv.
Right.
Go there. You can get your apparel. You can get anything you want right there.
Yes, absolutely. Who's that? Carla says, thanks for the real ID reminder. No problem. That's what we're here for. We News You Can Use.
Absolutely. And shout out to Nancy Grayson. She's
hey,
watching.
Nancy, how are you?
Welcome to the show. We're about to be done, but still welcome to the show.
All right. So don't forget, you can hit us on any of our social media platforms. That's World One Development, 36th Street North Event Center, EduRec Youth and Family Fund Center, Fitting Back In Prison Reentry Program, and Oklahoma Community Support Coalition. You can hit us at any of those.
Absolutely. What you think about our special guest today?
Oh, our special guests were absolutely amazing. I'm so excited to get started on this journey. Yes.
So once again, another shout out to Mr. Greg Robinson with Standpike Hill Strategies.
Whoop, whoop. Yes. And Miss Katie O'Melia.
I like that last name.
Yeah. You like that?
O'Melia? Yeah. That's a good last name right there. Big things will be happening with this development. Like we said, on Saturday, we will be talking about it. We're going to have posters up, information, stuff you can fill out. We're going to be asking questions and eating hot dogs.
That's right.
All
and giving away kids school backpacks and school supplies. So we're going to get you set up for success.
We're going to have a good time. Shout out to all our partners. Well, we got to get out of here. Thanks to all of our listeners. There's a million of you guys today. We appreciate it. And we will be back next week. And if you want to support us and help us stay on the air, please consider making a cash donation to Eden Media Services and send that to 1533 North Norfolk Avenue, Tulsa, Oklahoma, 74106. This has been News You Can Use with your boy, Charles Harper.
And Damali Wilson, that's me.
And we are live every Wednesday from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. So make sure you tune in.
If you would like to promote or advertise your events or business on our show, inbox us on Facebook at World One Development. This has been World One Development's News You Can Use with Charles Harper and Damali Wilson. The views, thoughts, and opinions expressed on this program belong solely to the host and their guests, and not necessarily to this station, organization, committee, or other group or individual associated with KBOB 89.9. This is World One Development's News You Can Use.